Welcome to Wealth Wisdom. If you have ambitions to achieve financial success, please leave yes in the comment, and we are here to help you obtain insight and build wealth. The book we are going to share today is Everyone Communicates, Few Connect by John C. Maxwell. Unlock the secret to richer relationships, more influence, and greater leadership. Do you ever feel you fail to connect with certain people, limiting your influence? Or that conversations too often stay mundane or surface level? Well, buckle up. In this Sharing to Everyone Communicates, Few Connect by John C. Maxwell, you're going to go deep into the lost art of genuine human connection, and how mastering it will unlock richer relationships, greater leadership impact, and even personal fulfillment. You'll learn different styles of connecting, why listening beats talking, how to craft relevant messages, tips for compelling delivery, and most importantly, how to make authentic connections a daily habit as natural as breathing. If you want to take your next networking event, difficult conversation, or even marriage to the next level, this guide to the dynamics of connecting is exactly what you need. Before we continue, if you are interested in this topic, please consider subscribing and give us a thumb up. Let's continue. The key to leadership and impact is connection. Connecting is key. That's the fundamental truth that experts want all communicators and leaders to embrace. Good communication isn't just about talking at people, it's about truly connecting with them. So what does it mean to connect? Connecting is the ability to relate to people in a way that increases your influence. It's about building an emotional bond and forging understanding. Connecting unlocks your potential to work and live together harmoniously with others. When you connect well, your relationships thrive. You feel a stronger sense of community and belonging. Teams excel through better collaboration, and your own ability to lead and influence grows exponentially. Connecting matters in your personal life, too. Healthier marriages, closer friendships, and better rapport with neighbors, these can all flow from better connections. The same holds true at work. Connecting with colleagues leads to smoother teamwork and increased productivity. Forging an authentic bond with the boss accelerates your potential for advancement. Studies show that professionals who communicate effectively stand the best chance of promotion. For leaders, connecting is especially crucial. The best leaders are fantastic connectors across all levels. They build consensus by relating to others' needs. They cast vision by connecting people to a shared purpose. They win trust by demonstrating integrity. Their charisma comes from connecting on a personal level. Look at any successful modern president. Their ability to connect while communicating, whether one-on-one, in groups, or with audiences, plays a huge role in achieving things others can't. Leadership experts assert that their influence depends heavily on their connecting skills. In short, connecting increases your influence in every sphere, personal, professional, and civic. To unlock your potential, make connecting your priority whenever you communicate. Do that, and you'll take your relationships, teamwork, and impact to the next level. Let's find out how. 4 styles of communication. Have you ever wondered why it seems so easy to talk with some people, but so hard with others? A big part of it is understanding communication styles. Maxwell identifies 4 main communication styles. First up are the relators. As the name suggests, relators focus on relationships. They aim to connect personally and avoid conflict. They love spending time chatting and uncovering shared interests and experiences. They're great at building rapport through friendly small talk, but relators may avoid harder conversations or shy away from stating their true opinions. Next are the reactors. True to their name, reactors tend to respond instinctively and emotionally to others. They're often transparent, lively conversationalists. But they can come across as impulsive and intense at times. Reactors wear their hearts on their sleeves. While passionate, they may react strongly to disagreement. Then we have the accommodators. They live up to their label by being helpful, polite, and relationship-focused. They strive to meet the needs of others, but accommodators can spread themselves too thinly, accommodating everyone else's agendas. And they may bottle up their own feelings and needs in the process. Finally, we have the analyzers. As you can probably guess, analyzers approach communication logically and objectively. They carefully process their thoughts before speaking. So while they avoid impulsiveness, they can come across as coldly analytical to more emotive communicators. So which style are you? Chances are you blend elements of each, but lean strongly toward one overall. To identify your predominant communication style, ask yourself questions like, do I enjoy personal chats or prefer objective analysis? Do I follow my heart or my head? Do I avoid or embrace conflict? Once you have insight into your innate communication style, you can play to its strengths while being aware of its potential pitfalls. You'll also find it easier to understand different styles in others. That understanding is key for connecting across communication preferences and making authentic connections. No matter your style, focus on cultivating emotional intelligence, active listening, and being fully present. And don't be afraid to stretch beyond your comfort zone. A relator can practice standing up for their views. A reactor can focus on responding rather than reacting. An accommodator can open up about their own needs. And an analyzer can work on empathy. Understanding communication styles helps you appreciate differences, too. With self-awareness and effort, you can adapt your approach to connect authentically with anyone. Listening, not talking, is the foundation of connecting. Listening is essential for connecting, yet it's something many people struggle with. Anyone can get too wrapped up in themselves to really hear others or too entrenched in their point of view to listen to opposing ones. Here are some common barriers to good listening and how you can overcome them. First, many listen with a lack of focus. It's easy to let your mind drift when someone else talks. You start thinking of what you'll say next or get distracted by other pressing issues. The antidote is mindfulness, staying present and attentive when others speak. Try maintaining eye contact if you want to stay focused, and don't interrupt. Reflect back to the speaker what you hear to show you understand and let them know they've been heard. Give your full focus to make people feel valued and nurture trust. Egocentrism can inhibit connection. Being too focused on yourself causes you to filter everything through your own perspective. You relate what others say back to your own experiences, rather than seeing things from their point of view. Check your internal monologue when listening. Are you thinking things like, how does this affect me? Are you focused on the other person or your internal monologue? Curb your ego and understand it's about them. In other words, to succeed in connecting, learn to value others. For example, a nursing professor once gave students a quiz. The last question was to name the school's cleaning person. Most left it blank. The lesson was clear: every person deserves your attention and care. Insecurity can also inhibit your ability to listen. When you lack self-confidence, you become consumed with how you look or come across as you interact. This causes you to miss what others are saying. Boost your self-esteem through preparation and practice. The more confident you feel, the better you'll listen. Judgment is another roadblock to watch out for. If you've already decided someone isn't worth listening to, you tune them out. So listen with an open mind instead of criticizing. Even if you disagree, make the effort to comprehend where others are coming from before drawing conclusions. The bottom line is that good listening requires focus on others, not yourself. You have to value what they say, put your ego aside, have confidence in yourself, and hear people out with openness. Do this, and your connections will deepen exponentially. Consider your audience. When communicating, it's not enough to just speak your message, you must actually connect that message with your audience. No one connects with information that isn't relevant to them, so bear that in mind. Here are some key ways to shape your words and delivery for maximum impact. First, know your audience. Do your research beforehand to understand their demographics, interests, and concerns. Get insight into their level of knowledge about the topic and adapt your language and examples accordingly. For instance, use simpler terms with a novice group versus industry jargon with experts. To illustrate, say you're a financial advisor presenting investment options. With young professionals, focus on starter funds for saving toward major goals like a house. For retirees, emphasize wealth preservation and estate planning for optimizing their lifestyle. Remember to make your message relevant, too. Link your key points directly to your audience's needs and goals, the ones you gathered during your research. A message that resonates with an audience will stay with them longer. For example, a speech on time management to busy parents might emphasize reducing kid-related stress instead of productivity. For extra impact, be concise and vivid. Use clear, simple language to get straight to the point. Pepper in just enough vivid details through descriptive examples and stories to make it memorable. As the old saying goes, brevity is the soul of wit. Incorporate variety in your delivery too. Alter your volume, tone, pace, and body language as you speak. This adds energy to engage your listeners. Stay focused in the moment so you can read the room to see if any fidgeting or glazed eyes signal boredom. If so, empower yourself to liven things up or acknowledge the difficulty of some topics and reflect your awareness back to the listeners. Finally, check often for understanding. See if your message is connecting by asking questions or requesting people summarize their own key takeaways from what you shared. Adjust your approach based on this feedback. The ability to tailor your message and how you deliver it makes all the difference in connecting with your audience. Do this skillfully, and they will walk away enlightened and engaged by what you've shared. It's all in the delivery. How you deliver your message impacts your ability to connect with others, whether speaking one-on-one or to small or large groups. But the strategies you'll need for each situation will be different. So consider these connecting tips when preparing your delivery to be sure you connect. In a one-on-one conversation, make eye contact about 60 to 70% of the time. More than that can feel awkward or even aggressive. Pay attention to your body language, too. Position yourself at an angle rather than directly facing the person and lean in slightly to show interest. Mirror their posture and gestures subtly to help them feel more comfortable. For vocal delivery, vary your tone, volume, and inflection. Don't speak in a monotone drone. Instead, use some vocal emphasis to highlight important points. Insert strategic pauses to allow thoughts to sink in, too. Ask questions to spur discussion and summarize periodically to ensure there's mutual understanding. When presenting to a group, amplify your delivery. Make eye contact with the entire room by slowly sweeping your gaze from left to right. Project your voice to the back row, use wider hand gestures, and move around the stage to connect with the whole audience. Think ahead about how to vary your pace, alternating animated delivery with slower, calmer moments. Quickening the pace perks listeners up, while slowing down builds anticipation and emphasis. Above all, avoid rushing, pause between main points. It can help to practice with trusted friends or colleagues ahead of time to get it right. Watch for signs of confusion or boredom in the group, like puzzled expressions or nervous fidgeting. If you see them, recap your message using different words or examples. Keeping the audience engaged is key, not sticking to a word-for-word script. In any scenario, invite and observe feedback. Are people asking clarifying questions or nodding along? If not, then parts of your message aren't landing. Be willing to back up and try again using a different approach. Mastering delivery with the right pace and energy boosts your ability to connect. The same words said differently can make or break understanding and impact. So next time you get a chance to connect, think about not just what you say, but how. Make connecting a habit. Connecting with others is a skill that transforms relationships and amplifies influence. As we've explored, connecting starts with focused listening and overcoming barriers like ego and judgment. It requires shaping your message for relevance with each audience. And it hinges on mastering vocal and nonverbal delivery through presence and attentiveness. Yet connecting can't be relegated to chance. To develop the ability to truly see people, hear them, and relate to their needs in any situation, you must make connecting a daily habit. Like playing an instrument or learning a sport, consistently practicing during interactions builds the metaphoric muscle memory needed to connect intuitively and authentically every time. Start by setting a connecting goal each morning. Name 1 to 3 people you want to connect with that day and how. Maybe it's asking a colleague about their family or complimenting the barista's friendliness. Having a plan keeps you focused when opportunities arise. Prime yourself by adopting an outward mindset on your commute or before interactions. Silently remind yourself to focus on others' needs and perspectives. Imagine your upcoming conversations going wonderfully because you listened well and expressed genuine interest. Mentally set aside your own to-do list. Reflect after each encounter on what went well or poorly. Did you devote your full attention? Were you distracted? If you felt disconnected, analyze why so you can improve next time. Studying your interactions is the only way to sharpen your skills continually. One leader made it a practice to reflect on their connections while brushing their teeth at night. They mentally replayed their interactions that day, considering how they could better tune into people. This nightly ritual improved their connecting ability tremendously over time. Don't limit connecting to big, formal occasions either. Find small ways to connect daily, like smiling, using people's names, holding doors, sending thank you notes, or complimenting others sincerely. Every positive interaction is a chance to build rapport. Finally, be fully present with loved ones too. How can you intentionally connect with your spouse, kids, or roommate? Little habits, like sharing your feelings over dinner or asking how their day went and really listening, have a real impact. They allow you to have meaningful conversations instead of just parallel living. Connecting requires being fully immersed in the moment with others, not just waiting for it to happen. With consistent practice, you can make connecting a natural, automatic habit and build richer relationships everywhere you go. That's the end of today's sharing. If you like our content, please give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. See you next time.